Yeah, so that was me. I was like, look, and you back snowy. Such a little bright spot.
Let's play there for which played four games play some and more. And then there's one that's federal way that we
Give her a dollar. Should have bought my
I used to know
my mom. It's like some but the USB stick here, and like cable, and then it's not like it's like stuff that's Good morning. Yeah.
much better. I don't think so. She sent me an email.
But maybe we should probably want It's here. Yeah, that over there. And I was like, I've heard of it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And welcome to Right River Buddhist Temple's February Shotsuki Memorial Service, our monthly memorial service. We'll start today's service with Sambu Jo on page 22, followed by Jusei Ge on page 23. And during the recitation of Jusei Ge, families, we have loved ones that passed away in the month of February come up to Oshoko when their loved one's name is called.
Can I have everyone free to repeat Gasho? Namanda, 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 Namanda. We are gathered here today in observance of the White River Buddhist Temple's monthly Shotsuki service to remember those who have passed away in the month of February. May the fragrance of the incense teach us the purity of our intention. May the beauty of the flowers offered teach us of life's impermanence. May the light that burns brightly teach us of Amita's great wisdom and compassion. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Oh,
everyone please join me once more in Gashol. Namana, 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 namana.
Will everyone who is able please rise for the reading of the three treasures on page 3. Fortunate is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth.
I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness.
Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Buddhassa.
Namo Buddhassa. Namo Buddhassa.
Okay. So now please remain standing. We will have Agatha today, which is When We See the Golden Sun on page 183. And just so that you know, our pianist today is Judy Gardner, and our Agatha leader today is Junko Pan. You may now be seated, and now we will have a Dharma talk from Reverend Cindy.
Can I have everyone please join me in Gashol as I read a passage from Shinanjoli. Once you have simply come to realize that the vow and name surpass conceptual understanding, you should not calculate in this way or that. There must be nothing of your calculation in the act that leads to bliss. Namo Buddhassa. Namo Buddhassa. Namo Buddhassa. Namo Buddhassa. Namo Buddhassa. Well, hello everybody. And I hope you all are doing well. Hopefully we are all happy that the cold weather has passed us a little bit and has been slowly getting warmer. And so hopefully the snow is behind us. Oh no, it's February. It's February. I have also encountered snow up here in February, so we'll see. And also, I can't believe that it's February already. I honestly thought that last week was the Shinenkai, the New Year's party, and I was like, oh yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. It already feels so long ago. But since today is the first Sunday of February, we are observing our February Shotsuki Boyo, our February memorial service, to remember all of those who have passed in the month of February. And in doing so, I tend to make my Dhamma talks a little bit more doctrinal during this day as we remember all of those who have passed. And so today I have chosen technically it's a letter. I have chosen a letter from the collection of letters that we call the Lamp for the Latter Ages, or the Mato Sho, which is a collection of letters written by Shinan Shonin. These collection of letters were letters that he wrote in response to a practitioner's questions. So this letter in particular, which I took the very last part of this letter, is one that people have entitled as "The Vow and the Name Are One." And in this letter, in which we do not know what the sender asked Shinan Shonin, the founder of Jodo Shinshu, but what we understand from Shinan Shonin's words is that the vow, the primal vow, the 18th vow, is the same as the name Nam Myoho Butsu. So that everyone remembers what the primal vow is, I will state it here. It is the primal vow of Amida Buddha, the Buddha of immeasurable life and light. And when they became a Buddha, they had perfected all the vows that they said they would have perfected. And the 18th vow in particular is the one that states, if when I attain Buddhahood, the sentient beings of the 10 quarters, with sincere mind entrusting themselves, aspiring to be born in my land, and saying my name perhaps even 10 times, should not be born there, may I not attain visible enlightenment. Thus, in this letter, Shinan Shonin states that that specific vow is, in a way, squished into the name Nam Myoho Butsu. Now, this is hard for us to conceptualize. This is hard for us to understand. How can that whole vow be only in 6 words? How can we ever understand such a vow in only 6 words? And thus, Shinan Shonin says that our ability to understand this is something that we cannot grasp. It's not something that we can understand. I know a few weeks ago, I talked a little bit about the many different forms of Amida Buddha, how Amida Buddha here at the temple is physically as a statue on the altar. On that same day, I put up 2 scrolls on the side that said Namo Amida Butsu, and said that those also are manifestations of Amida Buddha. I also pointed out that when we say the name Namo Amida Butsu, that's also a manifestation of Amida Buddha. I also said that when we hear the name Namo Amida Butsu, it's a manifestation of Amida Buddha. Now, Shinran Shonin in this letter goes on and says that all of those are also that primal vow that allows us all sentient beings to be born in Amida Buddha's Pure Land. Now, Shinran Shonin also puts that we should not calculate in our ways that how could the vow equal the name, nor should one also calculate that even though the vow says perhaps one should say the name Namo Amida 10 times, it gives a number. But according to Shinran Shonin, saying that one should count that many times is calculation on our part. To say that, just say Namo Amida, 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 and then be born in the Pure Land is our calculation. Amida Buddha is the Buddha of infinite wisdom and compassion. Amida Buddha realizes that one does not have to say Namo Amida 10 times. Namo Amida is the infinite wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha, which embraces us all, always, and thus does not need to be exactly 10 times. It does not have to be more than 10 times. It doesn't have to be lower than 10 times. It is Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion in which allows a sentient being to be born into Amida Buddha's Pure Land. And thus is the reason why we think upon Amida Buddha today, as well as all of those who have gone on before, because they have done this exact thing. They have helped this temple so much so that we are able to be here today, that we are able to listen to the teachings of Shinran Shonin and realize that Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion continues to embrace us to this day. Though I myself have a hard time understanding and remembering that Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion is in the name Namo Amida, that the vow is within the name Namo Amida. Even I forget that this happens. And Amida Buddha instantly realizes how foolish of a person I am and says, as long as you truly wish to be born in my land, all you have to say is Namo Amida. And so with that, I would like to end it here and would like us all to put our hands together in Gasho as we think upon the words of Shinran Shonin and the infinite wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Reverend Cindy, for your Dharma talk. Please now rise now if you're able for the Gakup on Dokusan 2 on page 153, and remain standing afterwards for the reading of the other freedom relationship.
Oh
Now, please turn to page 8 in your purple book and read along with me the daily creed of Jodo Shinshu. Realizing, enlightened, and assured, and reciting the Namazu, I shall live my life cheerfully and positively. Understanding the oneness of life and cultivating self-reflection, I shall diligently attend to my life's tasks in gratitude. Recognizing the Dharma path, I shall help spread the teachings of the Buddha. Appreciating the Buddha Dharma, I shall respect and help others, working for the good of society. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo
Buddhaya.
Namo
Namo You may be seated. Are there any first-time guests today that wish to introduce themselves?
We have two, Paula and Lindsay.
Welcome. Thank you for coming today. Hope to see you next week. Let's see. So is that it for first-time guests? Okay, so there should be announcements. She's gone. Okay. Aside.
Okay. Are you all ready? We have some extra ukuleles if anybody wants to give this a go. Again, as I mentioned last time I said something, we're running 3 easy little chords, and we have 3 different songs that only use 3 chords. So we'd like to encourage you to join our little ukulele group. So we're going to do that immediately after our services today. And even if you want to hang around and observe, that would be fine too. It will convince you that you can do it also.
Well, I bet that you have been saving your change for the last 3 years and wondering when that jar will be back. The jar we used to call diaper change jar. So it has an incarnation, and it is now the Ray of Hope change jar. We hope this will give you an opportunity to, even if you're not able to prepare and serve food for the Ray of Hope, this is a temple activity, so we will use whatever change that goes in the jar to help buy the food that we serve. And then that way we can say, we can all know that it's a temple-wide program that we're providing. So thank you.
Is it in the foyer?
Next week.
Oh, it's not there yet.
No.
We were all ready.
We've got 2 things. One is that our first fundraiser is going to be on Mother's Day of this year. Will be on Mother's Day, Saturday, the day before. It's the plant sale, which we've had for quite a few years now. And so you could think about what you would like to do if you would like to grow plants or transplant some in your, and do suckers and all of that. And if you don't do that, maybe you could help out another way. But there'll be more information. Just know that we will have the plant sale and start planning for it now. The other thing is kind of out of temple. I have connections to a group called Conversations on Race. And I think it's March 18th. They're doing a Zoom presentation. And a woman named Aya, now her last name is Clark. I don't remember her other name. She's Japanese American. She's about my age, a little younger. And she's a playwright. And she wrote she's written different things, but this one she put together, it's about World War II and the Japanese American population during World War II. And it's specific quotations from some people. And I've seen it and it was really good, and I don't remember all the details, but they are looking, this group called Conversations on Race is looking for people to be facilitators. And I've been asked if we could have some Japanese or Japanese American members of the temple, if you would offer to be a facilitator. I'll put information in the newsletter and you can talk to me anytime if you're interested. I know it's difficult for traditional Japanese American people to kind of stand up sometimes and take a leadership role, but it's a really good opportunity for people that are outside of the community to kind of know more about what happened. So think about that too. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I have two announcements. So first off, I will do business. Seattle Between is having a Buddhist speaker series, and this Thursday, February 9th at 7 p.m., there will be a Zoom session the guest speaker will be Reverend Yuta Furumoto of the Senshin Buddhist Temple, which is located in Los Angeles, California, right next to USC. And the topic will be Nirvana, because this month we are celebrating Nirvana Day, which is the day in which Shakyamuni Buddha technically passes from this world and becomes fully enlightened. And so if you would like to attend the Zoom seminar, please, I will have this lying about probably on the back table back there, and there's a QR code on it, or if you want to, you can take a picture of it and go to the website and register. Again, the topic is Nirvana by Reverend Yuta Furumoto of the Senshin Buddhist Temple. And the date and time is Thursday, February 9th at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Secondly is, if anyone would like to learn how to ring the concho or the bell that will ring right before service, I have a sign-up sheet here that will most likely also be in the back tables back there. And this workshop will allow you to be able to ring the concho, the bell, before service, if you would like to. Unfortunately, the date right now is to be determined, but I assume it will be within the next month or two. So if you would like to learn how to, or if you already know how to and would like to refresh yourself, then please sign up for this concho workshop. And I think it will be a very, very fun time because you get to hit things. And as someone who grew up learning how to do taiko, Japanese drumming, I love hitting things. So please join us. And again, we will email you once we figure out a date. Thank you.
All right, so that concludes today's service. Please, Gasho, put your hands together for our closing words today. My life is not only my life, but also the life of others' sacrifices, kindness, thoughtfulness, and patience. I am grateful. Namo Buddhist. Thank you for coming to service today. Please join us on our ukulele first of this year's ukulele practice, and if you are not, or either way, please have a safe drive home.